welcome.
So you're probably here because you want to learn more about coaching. So we're going to give you a bit of background information and just introduce you to girls on our team and what they do as a coach. So I'm Catherine. I'm on Team Resilience. So what made me get started with coaching was I started with a 9-week program and saw crazy results. And loved how convenient the programs were and how I still saw results from home workouts. And I decided I really wanted to share my journey and inspire others and help them along their fitness journey. So my favorite part of coaching is definitely the community and the accountability. I've made so many friends through coaching. I went to someone's wedding. We've had like different get-togethers. It's amazing. And it's a lot easier to stay accountable in your fitness and nutrition when you're a coach, because you have to share your journey and people look up to you in that way. So it's also helped me see my true potential in my career. I actually left a sales job, which was really hard because of coaching and it teaching me that I deserve better. So it's been a huge impact on my life. So with coaching, there's 4 vital behaviors. So the first is be proof that the products work. So that can be using the supplements like Shakeology, pre or post workout, beach bars, or doing the programs. So if you want to be a coach, you need to be doing a program because you need to be sharing about that program. You could be doing the live workouts. You could be doing a set program. Like I'm doing 9-week Control Freak right now, and that's my favorite program. And showing your results. So you can see a picture of Maya, who's on our team, and she did 645 and saw crazy results. So that's the first part. The second part is personal development. That was huge for me when I left my job. It really taught me that I deserve more. And it also just kind of broadens your view to different like teachings and everything. And it's just a huge part of coaching. You want to be your best self physically, mentally, emotionally, and PD is that'll help you. The next part is connecting, engaging, and inviting. To make an income as a coach, you do need to invite and you need to share about the opportunity because no one's going to know about it if you don't talk about it. That can be by sharing it on Instagram, talking about it with your friends, or just sharing it with strangers when people follow you, letting them know about this opportunity, because that's the one way to have a successful business is to share about it. And then the last part is recognition. So every Thursday in the coaching world, we do recognition. There's different rank advancements through coaching. So we recognize those who have ranked themselves up in their business, or we just recognize people who are pushing through a hard time and still sticking to coaching, or someone who supported you on your journey or whatnot. It's just a day to recognize each other and support each other on this team. So those are the 4 vital behaviors of a coach.
So I'm up next. So hi, I'm Danielle. I am part of Team Rise Up. Something that got me started in coaching is basically wanting the freedom of not having to live paycheck to paycheck and having that kind of extra income. I like watched from the sidelines for so long of people getting free trips, of paying off their bills. And I kind of said, why can't I do that? So that's really how I got started into coaching. My favorite part about coaching is basically the community and the motivation. So I find that their support and these girls like that I've met, I've only known for a year. I feel like I've known them for years, and which is kind of crazy. And also the accountability. So they're here to pick you up when you're down. They're here to just kind of get you out of bed if you are bad at hitting the snooze alarm, just being accountable. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is basically how we earn income, which is probably what you're really wondering about. So I will say that, a little disclaimer, you are not guaranteed any level of success or income from Beachbody. You basically have to work for it. What that means though is that there are, I would say, 4 different levels of coaching. So you can be a discount coach or a preferred customer, where you're just basically getting the benefits and the perks of coaching. So you're getting discounts on the product, you're not working the business, you're basically doing it for yourself. And then the next step up from that would be doing it part-time. So maybe you want to get an extra couple $100s a month, and that's getting your nails done or getting a coffee every day and just kind of paying your bill or whatever it is. And then the next step up from there would be basically doing it, trying to become a full-time coach and having people work underneath you and getting cycle bonuses, which I'm not going to get into, but you will learn it as you rank advance, and then becoming full-time coach, which is actually crazy that people have quit their jobs and do this full-time. And they actually make more than I do probably every 2 weeks in the corporate world. So it's definitely possible. And I bet you everyone that you talk to today on this call someone falls into one of those 4 buckets. So you put in what you want from it and you get what you put into it. So basically how we earn income is through commission. And when you sign people up with a challenge pack or with a product, you get 25% of that. So if you sign up one person, you get $50 to $100 depending on what they purchased. And then as you go on, it gets more and more. So yeah, that's basically how we earn an income.
Hi everyone. So I'm Mackenzie and I'm on Team Powerful. So what made me want to get started with Beachbody was I took recreation and leisure in college, and I've always been super into fitness. And so starting my fitness journey, I really wanted to get myself going into the fitness world and like getting a routine down. And then in a year later, I started coaching. So then I actually started helping other people on their journey. And then also during my time as a challenger, I was really into the community. So I met a lot of people through the accountability group. And then with coaching, it really brought more of the community to me. And this is how I met all these girls. So yeah, the community is a big part for me. And then notable achievements are getting a free trip to Blue Mountains. So this picture was actually taken in Blue Mountains. It was an all-inclusive trip. I just needed to find my way there. I got a free ticket to Summit, which is in St. Louis, which is a big company event that they throw that you just go. There's some conferences and there's big workouts, and they block up like a whole street for you guys. And then Mexico, I got invited to go on the 2023 Mexico trip, and also meeting some of my best friends through coaching. So I'm going to talk to you guys about time commitment, because this is definitely something I worried about when I first started, because I work a full-time job, 9 to 5. So I was like, well, I'm not going to have any time for myself. But really, I work in my pockets of my day. So when I wake up, I do my workout, and then a little bit after, I take about 10 minutes just to follow people, and you can invite in that time too. And then usually at work, I'll eat my lunch, and then I'll take another 10 minutes to do invites, answer my DMs, post on my story. And then once I get home, I take the rest of the time that I need to fully dive into my community and coaching work. But how this works is following a tracker 5 days a week. So Beachbody on your back office does supply you with the tracker, and then literally you just follow through that step by step, check it off, and then you're done for your hour, which is super easy. Also, other girls do make their own that really work for them. And so anyone is capable of doing coaching, because we have nurses, teachers, ECEs, full-time students, and moms, etc. And then, so really when people say time is an issue, you can just work it into your day. And you can really work your business anywhere. This is saying like you're working at home, at your corporate job, even if you're on a bus, if you're on a long drive to, say, like the grocery store, if someone else is driving for you, like you can literally work it anywhere, because you're literally just going from your phone. So yeah.
Hello, so my name is Shay, and I'm part of Team Rise Above. That's my team. So what made me get started? So I was actually influenced by my mom to get started with my journey and with coaching. So I didn't know you could make an income from coaching. I knew these programs forever. And then my mom just one day was like, oh yeah, like you can be a coach and make all the, like, you can make money out of this. And I'm like, I didn't know that. So I actually reached out to the lady my mom was under, her coach, and that's how I got started. And so, yeah, and I also liked how it was, it helps you stay accountable too. So it's kind of like both aspects, getting both. Like when you're a coach, you have to show up for your team. So it makes you get up every morning or get up every evening and get it done. And then my favorite part about coaching is the community. I didn't really knew I needed a community at first. Like I just kind of did it for the money and for the accountability. But then when I saw this whole other side of it, that's what really like drew me in, like meeting new ladies and like finding that you can also leave toxic relationships and it's fine to do that with personal development. And I didn't realize that there was actually this many like positive people and like awesome ladies that like push you every day to be your best self. So I would definitely say the community has been the most inspiring and best part of coaching because you can also have the opportunity to travel with each other too. Like Kenzie said, she earned a free trip to Blue Mountains, and that was with like 3 different teams. So yeah, that's why. And that's my favorite part.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I am part of Team Hustle. I joined Beachbody basically soon after the pandemic started and gyms were closing. I had finally got into a good fitness routine with my sister-in-law, and then we weren't able to go like to the gym together anymore. So I was really struggling with my fitness journey, and I found my coach now and started doing the home workouts. The reason I became a coach was I started to see other girls really like making an income, earn trips, like see all these amazing rewards from coaching. And I thought, like, if she can do it, why can't I? Kind of thing. Um, I was bored at my 9 to 5 job and I was looking for a little something else, a little extra, something to keep me motivated. Um, and yeah, basically it all came down to I was like, she can do it, so can I. I'm going to try this thing out. I decided to I decided 3 months. That was going to be like kind of my, let's see how it goes. Like I'll figure it out. And 3 months went by and I realized I needed the community. So that's my favorite part of coaching by far. You'll hear everybody talk about the community and just the girls you meet. Like I have never been surrounded by so many like awesome, powerful, like driven women. And it's just an amazing thing to experience. So I made so many good friends through this. And yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about fear because we all have it. I don't think there would be a single coach on this call who would say they weren't afraid. There's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of questions you might have. I know I was so scared and was like, I felt like, an imposter. I didn't really feel like I belonged. But what I quickly realized once I started building relationships with these women was like, honestly, anybody can do this. It's one of those businesses that like you see growth in your business when you see growth in yourself. And that's honestly like, I don't know, it's like something I've never experienced before. My biggest fear when I started was I put off coaching for so long because I felt like I couldn't be a coach because I wasn't at my fitness goal at the time. And that held me back for so long because I thought, well, who would want to follow me when I'm not like the fittest or the strongest or whatever. So that was a big fear of mine. But honestly, like, I don't even know why I waited so long. Like, I did the classic, I started looking up coaches online and started following girls on Instagram who are coaches. And like, I knew that I wanted to for a very long time, but I was just so afraid. And I kept setting, goals for myself, but would keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. So finally, I decided to become a coach. And honestly, like, the fear aspect, it still gets me like day in, day out. I have to really focus on, my fears and why I'm afraid, and, talk myself out of why I don't need to be afraid. Personal development has helped so much with that. And I would strongly suggest that you find a podcast, find a book, and just start teaching yourself. I just finished the book Fear is My Homeboy, and I would recommend it to anybody listening to this call right now. It is so good. It talks about facing your fears head on and acknowledging them and understanding that fear is a good thing and it protects you, but also sometimes it's okay to just set it aside and really focus on, like, why are you afraid? Is it just because of what other people think, or is there actually validity in this fear? So I know that was kind of a lot, but that was kind of what I have to say about fear. And the community honestly just is there for you with all your fears. Like, any question you might have, any fear you might have, somebody else has already experienced it. And that's kind of all I have to say.
I can speak to this one. So like Ken's mentioned, there's a lot of in-person fun. So the photos taken here were at Summit last summer. We couldn't have it in a different country or a different place in a big event, but we did what we could and we got to hang out with each other. Other teams have gone to Blue Mountain, like they said, gone to Mexico. There's so many different opportunities to meet up with these people. Like I said, I went to a wedding for one person. I'd only known her for a couple months, and we went to her wedding and it was so fun. So there's so many opportunities to make friends in this as well, which everyone has mentioned, and getting to spend time together. So the team you join matters as well. So with our team, it's been super successful. So we are like in the top 1% of the teams for 2021 and 2022. So it does matter who you join. You want to be around people who are doing the work, who are being successful, and have that mindset of, this is going to work and we are going to hit all the goals that we want to. So if you are looking to join a team, it really does matter who you join, and their energy is super important. Like Ken said, when you're in, or I think what Kate said, sorry, when you're in a good place, then you can help others, and you just have to be working on yourself every way. So it does matter who you join. So we are definitely one of the more successful teams. So it'd be fun to join us.
Hello, I am Brianna, and I've been a coach for only 2 months. I'm a full-time university student at Trent University, and I actually started the programs last April as a challenger. And it took me forever to even say yes to that. My coach had reached out to me like 2 or 3 times, and I just kept saying no. And I used the classic excuses. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the money, which like I said, I'm a student, so I know what being broke means. And I was realizing that I was spending my money on like Domino's Pizza, McDonald's, like the little money I did have, that's what I was spending it on. So I kind of just like changed my focus into my income and started spending it into my health and fitness instead. Like, there's nothing wrong with spending your money on those things, but I was just excessively spending on those things. And for time, like, I am super busy as a student. I have the 5 classes and everything too, and trying to have the social life you're supposed to have in university. But I just learned that you have to make the time, like wake up a little bit earlier if you have to. And my realization to that was I was never a morning person, but I just started setting the alarm because no matter what time I was waking up at, I was still tired. So, waking up a couple hours earlier, it didn't really matter. I was still going to feel tired. but I got so much more accomplished. But I thought that at-home workouts were a hoax. So that was another reason why I took forever to say yes to these programs. But my coach was posting a lot of like transformation pictures and stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like do these really work? And I was originally in a bad place when my coach was reaching out to me. COVID hit me like a truck. I had put on a lot of weight. I My confidence was just completely gone, and I wasn't even looking in the mirror. Like, I was just so ashamed of myself. And so was like, you know what? I'm going to do these programs. So I reached out to my coach when she had a promotion going on, and I stuck with those programs like crazy. And I was seeing amazing results physically and mentally. I had lost about 20 pounds at this time, and my confidence had grown so much. Like I said, I wasn't even looking in the mirror, and now I was walking by the mirror and I stood there for a second. I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. um, but these programs were really a blessing to me because I never wanted to go to the gym. I was never someone to want to work out in front of a crowd. But with these results I was seeing, like even mentally, like and physically, like yes, physically it was nice, but it was more like the mindset that I was like growing into. And my coach kept saying, like, you know, you should be a coach, like you would inspire so many other people. And I was like, no, I didn't think I was fit enough. I didn't see myself as a leader, and I was so scared of what other people might think. But there was this little part inside of me that really wanted to try coaching. I mean, I was seeing my coach make all these best friends through the coaching community and go on trips, and she paid her student debt off. And I'm like, I really want to try it. And so she finally asked me again, and I said yes. I'm like, screw it, I'm going to try it. I didn't want other people to make my decisions. And I trust myself enough to know that no matter what happens, that everything was going to be okay. So I might as well try it. So like I said, like these programs changed my life, and I just ultimately wanted to help other people change their lives too. And I've been a coach for 2 months now, and I've already made so many friends. I'm even more consistent than before. Like I was staying very consistent to the programs, but now with all my friends in the coaching world, like they're making sure I get my butt out of bed, I'm getting my workouts done, and I just love that part. But my mindset has changed a lot since I became a coach. Like, yes, my confidence has grown, but I'm so much happier because I'm taking the time now to read the personal development and to pour into myself, because I can't help other people if I'm not helping myself. And I already have a trip planned for the summer. I'm going to Coach Summit with all the other ladies on this call. And the money is also a bonus. It's helping me pay for things like gas and groceries. So yeah, coaching has just been such an amazing opportunity. And if I have one thing to say, just don't let your fears hold you back. Like everyone is scared going into this. And if there's one part in you that's saying, I want to try this, then just say yes, because you're not going to regret it. And yeah, that's all for me.
Cool. So if anybody has any questions, I strongly encourage you reach out to your coach. Like, yeah, exactly what Brianna said. If there's even like an inch of you that wants to try this out, like, why not? Right? Why not? What do you have to lose? Like nothing. So couple questions here. How do you fit coaching into your day? Ken's touched on that one a little bit. But really it's like everybody kind of figures out their own groove, and like some people work it in like in little tidbits of their day. Some people like to do an hour first thing in the morning, an hour in the evening. Like you can really do it whenever. And it'll make more sense to you when you look at the business activity tracker too that Ken was talking about. You check off all the boxes within your day, and that's that. So yeah, unless anybody else has anything to say, I think we'll wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining, and we look forward to talking more to you guys.